yeah, about Dune Part 2. So I did go see it today, and it. Okay, I really don't know what to say about it. Like, I enjoy the performances. Like, the little Timothy boy, he's really hitting his stride as a young actor. Zendaya's and everything. But I mean, I just got really distracted by this whole little white savior Jesus boy going to where all the people of color are, and they're like worshiping him. And I mean, I do enjoy I think it's a bit. I am enjoying the commentary on how fanaticism and religion, and if you feed people enough stories to give them hope, they will spend centuries waiting for this hope to arrive. I mean, that was cool and all, but this is not going to be a movie that this trilogy. I guess isn't going to be something I'm going to watch like more than once. I mean, when the third movie comes out, I will rewatch the second one. I might even have to remember what happened so that I can follow part 3 or whatever. But I'm not saying the movies, they're just not fun. They're not fun movies. Just because they're not fun doesn't mean that they're bad movies. They're not fun. But they're not like the kind of movies that I think are really great and beautiful that I can't watch again because they're so emotionally devastating that I can't. These movies, for me, they're boring. But their performances, I'm really Josh Brolin, I really am there with him. But what's his face? Dave Bautista spends the entire time yelling his lines. And I feel like little Austin Butler, I feel like he was, not to say he was wasted, I think he did what he came to do. I just wish there was more of him. And then this whole, I guess, spoiler, but then again, if you watch the movie from the 80s, it's not, you read the book. But anyway, this whole reveal about, Stellan Skarsgård's character, the big bald guy, it was kind of like Darth Vader with this whole breathing thing, but that. Him being, the mom's father, but she didn't know he was her father until she did the little, blue blood stuff. And I'm like, does that matter? It doesn't really seem like something matters unless the ultimate thing was to have that particular family be in charge, but that family was already in charge of the spice. So I think that whole reveal and him being hi grandpa, I was like, what? I feel like that's something that should have been important, but it wasn't. Maybe it will be important later, but right now it just feels like some big reveal that was wasted, kind of like Jon Snow being a Targaryen, but that's going to be important in the books. But that's blah, blah, blah. But I haven't read any of the Dune books, so maybe this is something that is more important and I will find out in part 3. So, and just because I find these movies boring doesn't mean I'm giving up on them, because I do like most of these actors. I support these actors and I want to watch them perform. Although this story is definitely I did nod off a bit at times. So maybe things happened and I missed it. So, yeah. All right. Hey, so in the movie, there are these old ladies that are kind of witches, and they can have genetic memories. They can talk to their genetic selves through time, and they've been manipulating bloodlines and timelines for centuries so that they can have this person who they can control to rule the kingdoms. And that ends up being Paul Atreides, but they wanted it to be a girl. And I guess they can choose to have girls or not. And that's just what they're implying. Oh, why did you have a boy? You were supposed to have a girl. At least that's what the little old ladies keep saying to Paul's mom, who's one of the Ben Brenois people. Some French name, I guess, or whatever. But, yeah, and then she ends up having Paul, and they're all like, why'd you have a boy? Now, he's also now the son of a duke. He has too much power. We're not going to be able to manipulate him. But yeah, Timothy Chalamet is white, and people that live in the desert are clearly going to be people of color because they live in the freaking desert. And yeah, so it's kind of this Jesus thing where somebody's been telling these stories, he's going to come and she is going to come and they're going to save you and make everything better and take you away from the oppressors. And because since they've been believing this myth for so long, they've been looking for it in any stranger that's come along, and that's the Timothy Chalamet character. And yeah, I was just staring at the screen going,
You don't have to be perfect to be amazing.